Okay, that's kind of a diabolical question to ask.
That is so messed up. We're going to be reacting to Britney Spears' 2006 interview where she was interviewed by Matt Lauer. Let's see.
Watching Glitter Gel Pen.
A lifelong, one-sided conversation of us consuming every pop culture podcast ever. Glitter Gel Pen has joined the chat.
Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to Glitter Gel Pen.
Episode 40?
40.
Wow.
We've made it.
This week, we are going to keep going with the reaction train, and we are going to react to another video of Britney Spears that we saw a lot of people recommend us watching in our previous Britney Spears reaction with Diane Sawyer.
Yep. This is the 2006 DateLine interview with Matt Lauer.
And listen, I've heard this guy's diabolical.
I've never even seen bits and pieces of this.
Me neither, but what people say is that this is like the worst of the worst. So we will be the judge of that today.
Okay, and if you do not like commentary and you like to watch things all the way through, this is probably not for you.
Yeah, maybe click off now because it's a reaction video.
Here we go.
She's gone from the top of the charts to the talk of the tabloids. Now Britney Spears says she's had enough, and tonight she fires back.
I think 90% of the world would agree that the tabloids have kind of gone a little far with me lately.
In her first primetime interview since her wedding and her baby, she says she wants to set the record straight, shooting down those rumors about her marriage.
When the magazine screams on the cover, pregnant and divorcing.
No, none of that's true.
She says she's a good mother.
You could possibly never realize you could love something that much.
But what about those so-called mommy mistakes? The baby on her lap.
I did it with my dad.
Oh my God.
The mommy mistake?
Can you imagine someone sitting you down to discuss the mistakes you've made as a mother on national television?
And, like, even just the wording of that would not fly in 2025.
No,
because
mommy
people would be
mistakes.
like, you're mom shaming. You're mom shaming.
And it's like, where is the dad? What's the dad doing wrong?
Yeah, like, was he not in the passenger seat with the baby in the front seat? Was
Exactly.
He not, like, that's fine. Also, I want to note, this is in 2006, and I think that the Britney Spears crash out with the famous paparazzi pic with the umbrella was in 2007. So
yeah,
we're getting close. Like, she's probably going to be close to a mental break.
A little minty bee?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'd sit in his lap and I'd drive. We're country.
The baby in the car seat.
It was fine. They're just taking, again, cheap shots.
And the stumble with the baby.
It was a close call.
Accidents happen.
It's a Britney Spears you haven't seen before. Defiant.
As a mother, I have to speak.
Determined.
I do not care what people think.
And emotional.
You have to realize that we're people.
A Dateline exclusive. Britney Spears speaking out after these brief messages.
I'm very, very blessed. But my safety and my privacy and respect are three things that I feel like are trying to be taken away from me right now. As a mother, I have to speak and I have to say something.
Growing up, like, we were young enough. I was 10 in 2006, and like Britney Spears was like my icon, and my parents I never remember them being like, cover your eyes, like she shouldn't be doing that. I never remember that, but I do remember me and all my friends like making jokes that she was crazy, because it was like the whole world was making those jokes.
Mm-hmm. It was like, don't end up like Britney Spears, hee hee.
Yeah, but it's like even just what we've heard in this minute and a half, she sounds so sane and like what any mom would say that's been driven crazy by the public.
And that is being watched like 24/7 no matter where you go.
Yeah.
And everything's being like nitpicked apart of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's just what a defiant Britney Spears is setting out to do tonight. Taking on the tabloids. Because after a year of screaming headlines scrutinizing her husband, their marriage, and most stinging of all, her abilities as a mother, she's not just dealing with some bad press, but an image implosion.
Oftentimes in my end of the business, we have to beg people to do interviews. And yet it seems as if you're anxious to talk at this particular stage in your life. You've got some things you'd like to address.
I think because I was pregnant, I didn't, with my son, I didn't want to do interviews and all that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I wanted to be a little bit private, but I think 90% of the world would agree that the tabloids have kind of gone a little far with me lately, and I think it's time, I do need to speak up a little bit. You try not to respond to trash, because that's what it is, but, when they've, I think they've crossed the line a little bit.
You try not to respond to trash, and that's what it is, and I'm going to start using that.
The trash will take itself out.
Yes.
So Britney is drawing her own line in the sand, taking on what she sees as an overly intrusive and downright dangerous tabloid press. It's just one of many things we discuss in a refreshingly honest, no-holds-barred interview. A pregnant Britney invited us to her California home to talk about it all: her career, her past loves, the state of her marriage, and those now infamous mommy mistakes.
You've got this incredible place that you call home, and then you and Kevin have built together. Is it a sanctuary, or at times does it feel a little like a prison?
No, it's a sanctuary. Totally. My dad comes here and he's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm at a resort. It's awesome here. I love it.
Although she seems to still be a sweet Southern girl dressed down in casual clothes, chewing gum firmly planted in her mouth, it may surprise you that Britney Spears has become one tough cookie.
I don't allow anybody to change me. I still walk out of my house in rollers, and I take walks. I do not care what people think. And I think that's the thing why they keep on talking, is because they know they can't touch me.
So you have a little...
And how she's like, I'd walk out in rollers and whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, that was crazy back then. That was like seen as
like,
she's crazy.
She's a mess. She's not put together. And it's like, also, sometimes whenever I watch like Britney's Instagram videos, her hair, sometimes it looks a little like messy, and like she just don't care, but she's stating here she never has. And honestly, I'm looking at her hair in this interview, and I'm like, that's kind of how she wears her hair now. Whenever I'm like, girl, you got a brush.
Yeah.
But like, maybe that's just how she likes her hair.
Maybe she just doesn't have time after slinging all the knobs around,
Yeah, and the mommy mistakes.
Yeah.
Bit of a blank you attitude about it now.
Yeah, basically. I mean, you have to. I have to live my life. I have a family now, and I just think it's absurd, to let other people influence the way you live.
Britney is, of course, no stranger to being under the media microscope. The 24-year-old has been in front of the cameras more than half of her young life. We first got to know her as a preteen mouseketeer, along with future boyfriend Justin Timberlake and fellow singing sensation Christina Aguilera on the new Mickey Mouse Club. And then, just 6 years later, she hit the big time. She was not just a pop star, but a phenomenon, selling millions of records and attracting worldwide media attention. But she says the scrutiny she's living with now is a completely different ballgame.
It's not just like how it used to be, where they would just like take your picture, give you respect, and then you'd walk by. It's like a scary, they just come out of nowhere. And it's kind of, you're like, oh my gosh, and
without giving anything away, you live in a house that's surrounded by a fence, you have a gate, you've got security, not a person, you've got a detail of people who are here all the time. Without that, you would feel vulnerable here.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I still have helicopters that come twice a day.
Just trying to get a picture of you at the pool, or you with
just anything.
Sean?
Yeah. And they put the captions on their magazines, baby in danger and stuff like that, which is really silly, but I wouldn't be in danger if...
It should be illegal to fly helicopters over people's houses and take photos.
I honestly, as much as I love a good paparazzi moment from celebs, I honestly feel like that's a job that kind of should be illegal.
Yeah.
You're stalking somebody.
Or you
and
should,
taking pictures.
To be able to do it, you should have to have a specific license and go through training on how to handle people.
And have certain guidelines of what's too far and what's not, and what's allowed and what's not.
Yeah, but then again, now, in 2025, everybody has a phone, so everybody could be considered paparazzi and sell a picture to make money. So it's how do you regulate that?
But everybody's not up in people's faces with a flash, being like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, There's that really infamous video of Taylor Swift in the car in New York City. It's been in the last year, and fans were it was maybe she was leaving one of her tour shows, and fans were following and swarming her car and banging on the windows. It's what do you think that's gonna do?
Do you think that's gonna make them open it up and be like, "Oh my God, hey"?
Like, I didn't see you there.
No, they're going to be like, you're psycho. Get me out of here quick.
Yeah, that's scary.
If I didn't have like this, you know, this impactful thing around me all the time. And I just feel like the editors, they don't realize that there's not just one magazine. There's other magazines, and they're all paying to get a story. And I think that the energy from the people is it's kind of scary. Like, I can't really leave my home right now.
And also scary, in a world built on image, is how all those headlines that Britney has a lousy marriage, that her husband plays around, that she's a bad mother, no matter how untrue, are affecting just how the public sees Britney Spears. Not that she hasn't been down the bumpy road of damage control before, as she transformed herself from the idol of little girls everywhere to a sexier version the boys could like as well. People began to question whether she was
You know, looking back, her going from a Mouseketeer or whatever they were called to this, I could see how that would be jarring.
But the women that would have watched Britney Spears as a kid on the Mickey Mouse show would have been 18. Like, grown women at this point.
Not that I think, like, that she shouldn't have done it, but I think it's giving the same as, like...
when Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus, like...
Yeah, that, or, like, even just, you know, Zendaya from Shake It Up to Euphoria.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, not that she shouldn't do that, and not that she wasn't great at that role, but it was like, at first, I was kind of like, whoa, Zendaya in Euphoria.
Yeah. It's, like, jarring whenever you think about it, but, like... there was just so much time between there, but I feel like Britney's first album, she was never trying to appeal to young girls.
No.
Like, even in that, she was wearing crop tops and everything, like, so I'm not really sure what they're referencing, unless it is the Mickey Mouse Club, which is obviously catered towards children, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Appropriate role model for their kids. And she only added to the controversy by vowing to remain a virgin until marriage, a pledge that was questioned every time a new sexy video was released.
This was the time when everybody was like,
Purity
publicly,
rings. Purity rings.
The purity ring culture. This was around that time.
She was waiting until marriage while she hits the body roll, like, as we did.
And while she has, I don't know if this was out yet, but that song that's like, 1, 2, 3, now you.
Oh, it definitely, that one was like one of her last albums before, like, things
I was about
got
to say,
crazy.
just that one out, and she's like, I'm a virgin.
Yeah.
How you feel about all the constant speculation about your virginity and whether you are a virgin or not?
I really wish I would have never said anything to begin with.
Let me ask you if there was a turning point. It seemed for a while you lived a charmed life. You were that blonde little girl that everyone loved, the squeaky clean image, even if every once in a while you kind of sexed it up a little bit and caught people by surprise. And everybody said great things about you. They wanted you to be a role model for their daughter. And then all of a sudden it seemed that the press turned. And they decided that maybe you were someone they wanted to take some shots at.
They like to have the person they pick on. I feel like I'm a target, and I feel like other girls at a certain point in everyone's career, they'll get it.
But when did it happen in your career? Can you look back? Was there an event? Was there something, you know, that you did, you think, that brought it on?
Usually breakups in personal lives, it starts to happen. Look at Jessica Simpson, for instance. They were being so rude to her right now. So her split up with Nick. It's like this whole thing.
She did great. She did great.
Thanks, Betty.
Britney says her own breakup with first love Justin Timberlake 4 years ago was the beginning of the end of not only their love affair, but the press's love affair with her. By the time a wounded Justin alluded to a betrayal by Britney in his song Cry Me a River, it was clear Britney Spears was no longer America's sweetheart.
Do you think perhaps the breakup with Justin, was that when you started to sense the tide turning a little bit in your life? There were allegations about infidelity. Did that put the spotlight on you in a negative sense?
I do think there was a little shift there, definitely.
I don't know how much was true, but on our last Britney interview video that we did, someone commented and said that the infidelity that Justin Timberlake wrote Cry Me a River about and just all this stuff was that she kissed someone one time.
What a loser.
Yeah. Like, he is just such a weak man.
Yeah.
But
go like do some weird squeaky dance moves on tour.
And then she gave the tabloids a present wrapped in a big bow, a quickie Vegas wedding to her childhood friend Jason Alexander in January 2004.
Wait,
I do not remember this.
So she just had a like quick marriage in 2004.
That's kinda
how
sweet.
many. I don't actually know how many marriages Britney Spears has had. I know she's had a few.
Yeah, I did not know about this, but it's kind of sweet that she just like ran off and married one of her childhood friends after becoming really famous.
Yeah. What if it was like to give him some money or something? Like, did he get half when they split up? Like, did they know this was like inevitably going to end? Like,
I mean,
it was a Vegas wedding, so possibly maybe they were
don't
just
know.
like in it.
I thought Britney's kids were with Kevin Federline, both of them, but maybe we're going to find that out. But I do not remember this wedding happening, so this is news to me.
Okay.
I was also 8 when it happened.
Yeah.
So, like,
True.
maybe I missed the tabloids
We
that
were
week.
little. And, you know, I was not into the world of secular music yet.
Not yet. Jill hadn't emerged.
No.
Almost as quick, the annulment that followed.
Oh, that was just silly. That
But
was
do you
something.
think that gave the
That
press
wasn't-
something to talk about?
yeah, definitely.
Another negative aspect.
Yeah, yeah.
She says she now understands that the marriage was an act of rebellion on her part.
I was on the road for a while, and again, I was doing a lot of what I was told instead of what I wanted to really do, and I didn't know how to break out of that. So in my young mind, I'm like, I'm going to just get married to one of my home friends. You know what I mean? It was just like something, but I have no regrets with anything that I've ever done.
And that
I could see how that would be a thing, though.
Yeah, for
If you're
sure.
being controlled and told what to do, and your life is just so not normal, to want the normalcy of like that childhood friend who knew you before,
Yeah.
and then to also want to rebel against everybody who's like, you shouldn't do this, and you're
Yeah.
like, well, I am.
And it's like, I have the money. I'm Britney Spears. I can do what I want. I get that.
That includes her relationship with her present husband, Kevin Federline, father of their 9-month-old son, Sean Preston. When Britney met Kevin in a Los Angeles club 2 years ago, he was a backup dancer and already a
Okay. So back in the day, whenever Britney was crazy in the tabloids, like in my brain as a little kid, I always thought of Kevin Federline as being kind of like yucky. But he's kind of like got a 2006 edge about him.
Yeah, he's got the ponytail.
He's kind
The
of cute.
suave,
Like
yeah.
he's kind of cute. I've just never looked at him and been like, wow, he's hot. But they also,
I didn't know what he looked like.
They always used photos of him where like they looked like they were strung out on drugs. So I was always like, ew. But like he looks good on the red carpet.
Yeah.
young dad, having fathered a child with actress Shar Jackson and another baby on the way.
You know, so much was written and said about the way the relationship began between you and Kevin. Not as much about the way it began, but the timing of it beginning. That he left his girlfriend when she was pregnant. I think 6 months pregnant, Char was. Did that bother you? Did you stop and think, wait a second, that's a very delicate situation?
Actually, I didn't know. I didn't know until 2 months later. But I don't blame him because him and his friends, I've talked to his friends about this, they weren't technically together when he came to me anyways. They were, apart. But
Oh.
That's
Sounds
sad.
like she might have been doing a little Brooke Schofield here. you
Yeah,
know?
a little Delulu.
But that happened with Julia Roberts too, but it's more talk.
Not her having to think of somebody else. who
She's
did
like,
it.
also, let's talk about Julia Roberts.
Yeah,
Like,
let's talk about somebody else did it, not just me.
But I get what she's doing because she also did it in the previous interview that we watched where she's like, other women have done what I'm doing and y'all are acting like I'm the worst person in the world for it happening.
Yeah.
About and more of an issue with me. Like her husband was married and had kids when they first got together. But for some reason, it's like boom in your face when it happens with me. And it's really none of anybody's business.
Britney is referring to Julia Roberts' relationship with husband Danny Moder, who was married when they met, but did not.
I do wonder if Julia Roberts was pissed that Britney like brought it back up.
Yeah. She was like, in a DateLine interview, Britney?
I know.
Have any children?
You said to me a couple of times already today you believe in karma.
Mm-hmm.
And as someone who is now several months pregnant, do you ever stop and think, he left someone else when she was a couple of months pregnant? Does that ever cross your mind?
No, because we're very happy together right now.
Okay, that's kind of a diabolical question to ask.
That is so messed up. Like, also, like, I don't think it's even something I've understood until the last year. But the emotions of women when they are pregnant is something you just like, people joke that like if a pregnant person walks in the room, you give them your chair, like anything. That's for real.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that you could put someone in that position as if Britney left that pregnant woman to go be with Britney. It's not on her.
No, it's on her husband. And also, if what she's saying is true and she didn't know, like, what was she supposed to do after the fact when she found out and the baby was already here and they were together and, like, she's pregnant, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what are you really supposed to do about that?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that was a diabolical question to be asking.
Not if you believe the tabloids, which claim that Britney and Kevin are breaking up, that he's dating others and living in the basement at home. When we return, Britney sets the record straight.
So he's living here,
Oh, definitely.
living on the ground, the main floor.
Yes, of course.
There's not a basement
He
somewhere.
helps me. He has to. I'm an emotional wreck right now.
When Britney Spears speaking out continues.
So when the magazine screams on the cover, pregnant and divorcing, you want people to know?
No, none of that's true.
I like how just, like, nonchalant, like, she doesn't care.
Yeah.
She's just like, no, it's not true.
In her song Toxic, Britney Spears talks about a poisonous relationship. But despite what the tabloids say, she says that's not what her life is like with husband Kevin Federline.
Let's talk about married life.
Okay.
All right. How's your marriage?
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Britney Spears and Kevin Federline will celebrate their second anniversary in September. They have a 9-month-old son, Sean Preston, and another baby on the way, which Britney chose to publicly announce on The Late Show with David Letterman.
Don't worry, Dave, it's not yours.
Well, I think that's good news for both of us. Well, we've established now that you are in fact pregnant, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, there you go. See, Paul?
A televised birth announcement. No surprise there.
The way that stuff doesn't even happen anymore, like celebrities going on a talk show to reveal that they're pregnant, like...
Yeah, the last time I remember anything public, like, for, like, a talk show or an award show or anything being done is when Beyonce announced she was pregnant at, like, the VMAs with the performance.
Yeah, I guess Rihanna did the Super Bowl to announce she was pregnant.
Oh, okay.
She also announced another pregnancy at the Met Gala, in a way. She really doesn't talk about it, though. I think there's something kind of strange about, like, sitting down to announce to, like, a TV show, late night show host. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not strange, but it's just, like, looking back, it's like...
Maybe it is strange, but, like, it was of its time.
Yeah.
And at the time, it wasn't.
Yeah.
So...
Considering Mr. and Mrs. Federline have been living in front of the cameras ever since they started their relationship. And don't just blame the paparazzi. Although Britney claims she wants her privacy, she had no problem turning her relationship with Kevin into a reality show. Britney and Kevin, Chaotic, which aired on UPN.
Should we react to that?
Yes, I've never watched that. I didn't
know it existed.
Me neither. That would be so entertaining.
Yes. Comment if you want us to react to that.
That is a really good one.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yes.
It's a good balance. It's like we're friends and we have good sex.
Hey, you. If you're still there listening, I need you to hit the subscribe button one more time.
And ring that notification bell.
Yes, it would really help us out.
And now back to your program.
And with the Federlines feeding the very hand that bites them, it's no surprise that the marriage of a multi-millionaire pop star and a former backup dancer and aspiring rapper who left his pregnant girlfriend to be with said pop star has raised the tabloids' interest in Britney to a level she couldn't have imagined back in those...
It's like she just tried to clear everything up.
She just said that isn't what happened, and you're emphasizing the fact that that happened.
Yeah. He's like, her husband left a pregnant woman to be with her, and it's like she just clarified for you. Like,
and it's also not Britney's fault, even still.
Yeah.
Mouseketeer days.
Let me show you some magazines, okay?
Okay.
These are all current, all right? I don't have to show you them all, but we got one here. Britney moves on without Kevin. Brit's new man.
Oh no. That's my security guard.
The final days, fed up with Kevin's lies, he's sleeping in the basement. We'll get to these individually, but basically this is the tone. That this marriage is over, there are problems in paradise, and it's not going to last.
You know what? I need to create my own magazine. These people, like they want stories to sell, and they're very good, you know. I need to come up with my own magazine and say the real deal.
We'll set the record straight. I mean, first of all, can I, in an effort of full disclosure, when I came through the gate today, the first person I saw was Kevin.
Yeah.
So he's living here.
Oh, definitely. He's working very hard.
Living.
What is he doing? What is he working hard on?
I don't know. Maybe the kids, like, I'm not sure.
Also,
But
that yeah was not that reassuring.
No.
She's like, yeah.
you can, no matter what's going on at home, it was none of this guy's business, but she does not want to talk about this.
No.
Like, you can really tell.
He's like, he was the first one I saw. She's like, yeah, I have him as my doorman right now.
And
like,
he reads off these, like, dramatic headlines, and she's like, I want to make a magazine.
On the ground, the main floor?
Yes, of course.
There's not a basement somewhere?
He helps me. He has to. I'm emotional wreck right now.
Are you really?
Not in a bad way, just you know, I'll start laughing hysterically and then I'll just start crying. Like, just because.
So it's the hormone?
Literally being pregnant.
Yeah.
He's going to try to blow it out of proportion. I can already feel.
Oh, yeah. Here he comes.
Hormones of the
It's
pregnancy
my
racing
hormones.
through your body.
Yeah, so it's nice to have my husband there to keep me company.
Do you get the sense, Brittany, that people are rooting against this marriage? And I don't mean just the magazine editors. I mean people.
I don't really know. I don't know. If they are, then I think that's sad. I think everybody should be pro-love, you know? And I know it sounds so silly, but I feel like love conquers all. I know that sounds like, but it does.
One of the magazines asked the question on the cover. It said,
That was like a pageant queen answer. I just feel like we should be pro-love. We should love.
I like pro-love.
Yeah, the pro-love.
can this marriage be saved? And then they went on and answered their own question and said, we hope not.
Oh, what magazine was that?
It's here somewhere, I think. Can she work it out with Kevin? We hope not.
Like I said, I try not to respond to trash.
What do you see in him? What is it about Kevin that makes you love him?
It's very simple. Women complicate everything. He's so simple. His simplicity and just, he's like a...
He was also broke, from what I understand. So, like, there's that.
He had to be simple, Brittany.
There's that element to it. It's kind of like what everybody says about, like, Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn. Like, he was like, he just wanted her, like, as she is. And it's like, because he had no money.
Yeah. And it's like, he never wanted to go out with her because he couldn't afford to take her out.
And I know that he actually came from, like, a rich family, but, like, he just didn't have any money coming in for his jobs.
Yeah. And she called him out on it, too. She said, all the boys with their expensive cars, with their Range Rovers and their Jaguars. And she's like, you don't have those, buddy.
A boy. He just, you know, and he cares. He cares so much. And his heart.
Okay. Those beach pictures.
Him bent over like that.
They were giving, you know, when you see that meme where it's like a girl at the counter paying and there's like the boyfriend behind and he's like, babe, can you buy me something?
Yeah.
That's what I was given.
Is awesome. He has a really big heart. And I love that.
Kevin has been a tabloid target himself these past few months, called everything from a freeloader to a philanderer, which he strongly denies. Recently, he's tried to do a little image makeover of his own, posing for a cleaned-up cover shot for this month's Item magazine.
Hey, Britney, beautiful couple.
The 28-year-old didn't want to be interviewed the day we visited, but he recently spoke with Access Hollywood and demoed his debut CD. In the interview, he raved about Britney.
She's so supportive.
Oh, no. We should react to Kevin Federline's music.
He was using her to get bigger than SoundCloud.
He said, check out my new beat.
He he was trying to be a SoundCloud rapper before SoundCloud was a thing.
I mean, from the first time I went in and started recording about beginning of the summertime, she was there, you know, she was pregnant and everything, but she was right there.
And Kevin talked about how he's been misunderstood.
I have
That was a weird order. He said she was right there, pregnant.
And like, was he not talking about like the first time they met?
That's what I thought they were talking about. And then he said pregnant and everything, and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah.
feelings and hurt and happy, sad, cry, fight, all that, everything. It's no different than nobody else.
And as for those tabloid taunts that he's a gold digger, Kevin maintains he's his own man.
I've been paying for everything out of my pocket. Everything.
Okay, Kevin.
You pay for the resort-like home that Britney Spears lives in, Kevin. Let's be real.
You pay for the security, Kevin.
And, like, even just being in a recording studio making music is so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you paying for that? What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Because that SoundCloud rapping ain't paying the bills, honey.
What do you do?
And although Britney is clearly the breadwinner in this family, she's well aware just how important it is for her husband to pull his own weight.
You know, he has children now that he, you know, with me that he wants to support and not just let it be all me. You know, he's a man. And so I think it's very important to him that he is doing his own thing.
Do you think there's a sense out there, Britney, that some people who love you and have watched you grow up, go through the pop princess years and into young adulthood, get some feeling that he's not good enough for you?
Oh, that would hurt me for anybody to say that. You know, because I love him and that's all that matters.
So if there's a headline to come out of the marriage portion of this interview, it is that you're happy and there is no end in sight to this marriage.
No. Mm-mm.
You look at me sometimes when I say things like that, almost like a little puppy dog, like it.
No, because I say it because I just feel for him, you know, because he's a man and he has to, you know, he's trying to work and do his thing, and I feel bad for him.
Well, how does it affect him when he hears about this? When he hears everybody, you know, predicting that this marriage is over, that he's living in the basement, that he's on the way out.
That makes me to cry. That hurts me for him.
What hurts Britney most is the accusation that she's not a good mother. Coming up, she explains why she was visited by authorities checking on the welfare of her baby and talks about those so-called mommy mistakes. But first, Britney responds to something else that people are saying about her.
They started saying maybe she's a little bit of a redneck.
I think that's just cruel, but I just, you know, I feel like when you put labels on people like that and you do that, at the end of the day, they're just words.
When we Britney Spears has not even reached her 25th birthday, and she's already made her mark in the music world. Not only did her first album, Baby One More Time, hit #1, she followed that up not just one more time, but 3, for a total of 4 consecutive albums debuting at #1. No other female artist has done that. Not even Madonna, who introduced Britney to Kabbalah and taught her that a kiss is not just a kiss, not if it's on MTV. More on their relationship later. I met Britney right after her first taste of success when she performed at the Christmas tree lighting in Rockefeller Center back in 1999. This has been such an amazing year for you. Have you had time to stop and enjoy it?
Well, actually, things have been so crazy and things have been really, really fast, but I was home for like a week for Thanksgiving. I totally realized how blessed I've been this past year. It gave me a time just to really think about things. It's been really amazing.
Wow, good. And although she's come a long way since that interview, now a very rich woman with a reported net worth of more than $100 million, Britney says she's still the same down-home girl from Kentwood, Louisiana.
$100 million. But Kevin pays for everything.
Yeah, he pays all the bills.
He pulls his weight, pays all the bills.
It seemed for a while people would describe you, they'd say she's this great young thing from the South, you know, small town girl.
I still am, man.
I know, but then all of a sudden,
good tea, okay?
But then all of a sudden, they started to use that Southern background in a different way. The tone of it changed.
Okay. this was the time of my life where because I was on the internet as a kid, like way too young, like before our parents really knew what to keep us from. I used to be embarrassed to be from the South, like on the internet. People, even because we were posting YouTube videos in like 2009, and people were like calling Gap Tooth Hillbilly, and they're about to do some Southern slander in this video. I just know it because it was this kind of stuff though that made me feel like humiliated to be where I'm from. And I used to always say, I'm gonna move away from here. I'm gonna leave this small town.
And every like country or pop song is like about a girl from a small town who moves because she has big dreams.
Yeah, and now 20 years later, it's cool to be country.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So we're cool girls, you know.
And we don't have to try.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
They make you feel like you have to have your transformation.
Well,
Madonna, reinvent yourself, right?
Right, but they started saying, maybe she's a little bit of a redneck. You started to hear that it wasn't a good thing, that all of a sudden it wasn't a good thing, your roots. They started to try and make it a negative thing. How did you feel about that?
I think anybody who's doing well in the public eye or whatever, there's always going to be a shift because people don't want to see somebody happy all the time. And they're going to try to take shots at people. You know, they did the same thing to Goldie Hawn when she did her show. And before she did Private Benjamin and all that, and then all of a sudden she became like this, oh my God, she's a star, you know. But they still gave her flack for her past and her...
Does the term bother you when you hear redneck? Because it's not used in a Gretchen Wilson, proud of... Well, it's not used that way. I think
that's just cruel. You know, I think that's cruelty when you judge people. And I'm not a Bible belt, but I just, you know, I feel like when you put labels on people like that and you do that, at the end of the day, they're just words, and that's what I have to look at them. I mean, you have to be really strong, you know, and just be like, if that's what you want to say, then, you know, okay.
And this.
Do people even like call people rednecks anymore? Like, is that even like a term?
No, rednecks have claimed redneck as a good thing.
Yeah,
I feel like.
And I also like felt like it got to a point where it was such a slur, and people don't say it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I feel like I hear people say it, but they're normally referencing themselves.
Yeah, I mean, like Gretchen Wilson, like how he said.
Yeah,
you know, but like I don't hear it as an insult anymore.
I don't
people.
either. But
like
country,
it's like it doesn't hurt.
It's also like country is a cool thing. Like, look at Morgan Wallen. That man is on top of the world, and he is every Southern guy from every bar that we go to in our small town.
Literally.
Louisiana girl now lives in luxury in California. Because of security concerns, she didn't want us to show her home. She did give us a tour of her lush backyard and admit, although she's not desperate, she's a housewife through and through.
I like to cook, try to cook, and I like to clean. I clean, and I'm obsessive like that, and I like to... if I watch TV, I do watch the home, the redoing.
Me trying to convince myself that I like to cook and clean. I'm like, I do. I clean. I love to clean. I love it.
She said, I like to watch the redoing. Talking about like home makeover shows. Her voice though, like I feel like she's a lot more laid back in this interview than she was in the Diane Sawyer one because... Was it Diane Sawyer or Barbara Walters?
I
keep getting them confused.
Diane Sawyer.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, her voice in this literally sounds like girls that live next door to us. Like, she's making me feel right at home. Like listening to her speak. She's, I like to cook.
I like to cook. I love to clean. I love cleaning.
The house, whole thing, and I get into like redoing my living room and the baby's room and all that stuff.
So do you clean the house by yourself?
Yes, I have a maid that comes once a week, but she slacks a little bit.
Oh, not the maid slacking.
Not calling out the maid. I thought you loved to clean, Brittany.
But she also said, Kevin pulls his weight. Kevin, he works really hard doing whatever the hell he does.
Which is nothing.
But,
so if I were to come here and ring the doorbell by surprise, I could
cleaning.
Get you vacuuming, doing the toilets?
Doing the laundry, everything.
See, there's a side of you we didn't know.
Oh, honey, that is the real me, honey.
I pictured there'd be housekeepers around.
Okay.
I think we should start using that as a clip. Like, that is the real me, honey. I feel like she's trying so hard to convince him that she cleans. I do not believe her at all.
No, she's trying so hard to like steer away from like that what the tabloids are saying about her. So she's like complete opposite. She's like, me? Half naked on TV? No, I'm just home cleaning.
Why would
I love to cook.
Why would you have $100 million and spend all your days doing laundry? That doesn't make any sense.
No.
No, I mean, this house is so big, I have to have some help.
In early fall, Britney will have another room to clean, never mind diapers to change, when baby number 2 arrives.
How far along are you?
I am, I don't know. I think 6 to 7 months.
So you're due in September?
Mm-hmm.
September? Do you know what you're having?
I do not know.
Are you going to find out?
No, I want to be surprised. I'm very excited.
Talk about motherhood.
Motherhood.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Is it what you thought it would be?
It's more.
In what way?
I mean, you could possibly never realize you could love something that much.
Was that the way it was from the very beginning?
Oh, yeah. The moment I saw him, just, it's amazing. I can't, words can't really describe.
Tell me about him. Describe him a little bit for me. I love to hear mothers describe their children.
We'll make this interview about other stuff now. If that's okay. I love my son.
She was ahead of her time with trying to like not talk about her kids and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like now everybody keeps their kids off of social media and whatever, but that like wasn't a thing back then.
And I also feel like she is pregnant. So I'm sure talking about her kids gets her really emotional, and she's like she knows they'll use that against her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to use this interview to like clear the air as to what everybody was saying about her.
Yeah.
And you know, that's great. And I wanted to touch on some things with my husband because of the tabloids, but I try to keep my baby out of this whole thing.
But of course, Britney has not been able to keep her baby out of the spotlight or the tabloids. When we return, Britney Spears explains.
So she's like, I want to keep my baby out of the tabloids. So let me show the pictures that were taken non-consensual of her baby.
Yeah, doing things that most babies did at some point in their life.
And like, okay, I don't even know from looking at this picture just right here before he gets into it, I don't know what we're upset about, because if we're upset about like forward facing, are we upset because he's in a convertible? Is that what we're upset about?
Also, like, this was car seats are a new technology.
Yes, they changed. Literally, like a car seat from like 3 years ago can be outdated and you need to not use it anymore.
Yeah. So like people were judging her for like this stuff and like holding it against her forever. And like her kid was older than this. This was months before. And like I don't even know what the laws were at the time as to what I don't think front facing was a problem whenever we were kids.
Yeah.
I think it is now, but I don't think it was back then. Because my car seats always faced forward from what I remember.
Yeah, I don't remember mine at all. But but like I think maybe it was that it was a convertible.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna assume. And so we'll see what the problem is. But still crazy. She says she doesn't want to talk about her kid, and then the next thing is like, yeah, so like here's all of the pictures of her kid unconsensual.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Those infamous pictures, the ones that triggered so much controversy, and you'll see the toll it's all taken on a young mother.
What do you think it'll take to get the paparazzi to leave you alone? Is that one of your biggest wishes?
Yeah. It's okay.
Britney Spears has achieved that Hollywood hat trick: success, money, and fame. Yet she says her greatest accomplishment is being a mom.
Motherhood's amazing.
But the one thing that gives her so much joy is, ironically, the very same thing that's made these past few months a very difficult time for Britney Spears. In February, Britney was photographed driving on the Pacific Coast Highway with her baby in her lap, in the front seat. It was a picture that became not only a punchline,
but in her defense, the baby had to sit on her lap because her husband Kevin was asleep in the child seat. So apparently,
but the source of serious debate all across the country.
I think it's very important that Britney gets some baby safety training.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight, for the first time, Britney explains just what happened.
You were photographed, I guess, by the paparazzi again, pursuing you. And there was Sean on your lap in the car.
Yeah.
Take me through what happened there.
if right now we got in the car and went to Starbucks, you would see 20 photographers there. And I went to Starbucks and I see a bunch of photographers and I'm scared and I want to get out of the situation and my baby's crying. They're coming up on the, the sides of the car, which is a scary situation for me, and they're banging on the windows, and that's not something I want my baby to, so I get my baby out of the car and I go home. So, and
see, I get it.
Yeah, 100%.
I get it when she's telling you what happened. Like, from a picture, you're like, why would she do that? Mm-hmm. But, like, when she's explaining it, I get it. You want to get out of the situation. You have your kid. You don't have time with all of them swarming you to put them in the car seat.
She probably also just had him up there for a minute, got away from the paparazzi, and then got him situated. Because, like, you can't drive down the road like that anyway. But, like, can you imagine her, like, getting out of her car to have the baby in the car seat and having the door open with people
and they're
swarming
all just swarmed
and yelling at her?
You would feel unsafe for your child.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just feel like they're taking cheap shots.
But the fact of the matter is, while they pursue you, and we can argue for a long time, they shouldn't be doing it. And I would agree with you on that completely. They managed to snap a picture that didn't cast you in the best light.
Oh, of course. That is their job. And they do a very good job at it. And they've crossed the line so many times, And I think because I'm a sweet young girl, nothing ever gets really done about it,
When you were driving with Sean on your lap, did it... clearly
and it's seriously that driving incident, I did it with my dad. I'd sit in his lap and I'd drive. We're country. That's what, you know what I mean?
But what happened, though, it crossed from a paparazzi incident to next day, it's in the newspapers, and you've got all these legitimate people weighing in, saying, you know what? That's dangerous. And she put her child at risk. You saw the questions that were being asked. Is Britney a bad mom?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, did Britney record a bad song?
Mm-hmm.
Is Britney wearing a bad outfit? Is Britney in a bad marriage?
Yeah.
Is Britney a bad mom?
Mm-hmm.
That's America for you.
So, other than the one question he asked her towards the beginning, he's actually, the way he's coming at these questions, he is giving her, like, and I don't want to speak too soon because it could be about to get ugly, but, like, he's kind of going and, like, explaining what's wrong with the paparazzi before he talks to her about it. Mm-hmm. And, like, he's not as diabolical so far as what I expected.
No, me too. I agree. I think that he is he's just doing his job. He's pressing her, which as an interviewer, that is what you have to do and what you signed up to do.
She wanted this interview to clear her name on some stuff. So, like, he's so far been, like, fairly respectful. What was the one question he asked where we were like...
I don't remember.
It was right near the beginning. We said it was diabolical. But so far, that's the only one that I've been like, okay, that's a little unfair. But
yeah,
the only thing I have, like, critique-wise so far is the way she doesn't want to talk about her kids. And then, like, they do the edit to show her being a bad mom before. But then they do let her explain. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as a mother, that has to hit pretty close to home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes you really strong.
Make you weep?
Oh, I've wept. Yeah.
Tell me you're trying to get her to cry without telling me.
Make you weep?
Definitely wept, just with the world, how judgmental they are.
You know what? I know I'm a good mom.
But just a few weeks after the baby in the lap incident, Britney's son, while in the care of a nanny, fell out of a high chair and banged his head.
You took him to the doctor?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, of course.
So you walked into the hospital and said he bumped his head, fell out of a high chair.
And then the doctors acted really funny with me. I know. It was really bizarre.
How'd they act?
That's, like, accidents happen. Like,
yeah.
with kids. They really do. I know people who haven't experienced stuff like that can see it as, like, bad. But it's like my daughter had a fall a few months ago. And it's like...
They're kids. They wiggle, they move, and like you can't be prepared for every possible scenario that can happen.
It happens, and like it sucks, and you feel really sad when it happens, but it does happen. So.
And it's sad that she took her kid to the doctor to get checked out, and they judged her because of the tabloids.
Mm-hmm. And like, so what? You'd rather not know about it? That's like where them acting some kind of way about her going in is like, because then maybe next time if something would happen, she would be like, I remember how they treated me last time, and then she doesn't want to even go.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's worse.
They act funny.
I don't want to say, but they did.
Suspicious?
Like I said, I don't want to say what they did or what they said. But it was bad. It was really, really bad.
Do you think, though, Brittany, that because of those questions that were asked after that picture on Pacific Coast Highway with Sean in your lap, that the doctor in that emergency room or that hospital said, wait a second, maybe I have a bad mom on my hands?
I was just happy that my son was okay, and I wanted to get home and get out of there.
And then not long after that, you got a visit from the family services people.
Yeah, in which actually they felt really bad about it. They said, we don't even know why we're here.
So in other words, they came because it's their job to come. They have to investigate.
They didn't have to come. The doctor there made them come because I didn't bring my doctor there with me. So people a lot of times think because you're a celebrity that you're taken care of more. In some situations, people, you're not, you get it worse.
And it didn't end there. In May, Spears was photographed driving her baby in a front-facing car seat. Not illegal, but against federal safety guidelines.
Oh, it was fine. They're just taking, again, cheap shots. Yeah.
And just days after that...
Which, the front-facing thing, like, it's still to this day controversial. Some people some people do it still, you know?
Yeah.
Like...
I guess my parents did it. Because I remember always having a front-facing... Even my little cousin, like, I remember there being front-facing car seats, and, like, no one was putting them on the cover of a magazine. Like, that would suck so bad.
Like, even in today's time where people are, like, they need to be X age and this many pounds, like, before they front-face, I personally know people who are all like, why would you leave your baby rear-facing for so long? You know, like, so a lot of people still do like early front facing. I mean, it's nothing like, I'm not saying that I necessarily agree that she should have been doing it, but like, it's not anything insane like that makes her a bad mom. How they're acting, you know what I mean? It's pretty normal.
Photo appeared on a visit to New York City. Britney stumbled again, this time literally.
You're walking with Sean in one arm and you tripped on, what was it, your pants?
I think actually I didn't trip on anything. It was New York Street, just cobblestones, and I was walking, and I only was prepared with one security because I've never had that much paparazzi ever on me in New York. So we didn't even know there was going to be that many people. So I think it was a mixture of so many paparazzi and just how the road was all messed up, me just trying to get in the car.
It was a close call. I mean, it seemed...
It really wasn't a close call.
No.
She tripped, and he dropped with her just a touch, but her arm never even...
No.
Like, she was never even close to dropping him. Like, if she would have fallen, he might have hit the ground, but, like, he literally just went with her and, like, came right back up with her.
It's like, God forbid someone trip. It's an accident.
And, like, you're surrounded by people, like, of course that's going to happen.
And, like, who knows? Maybe if she wasn't, like, probably feeling anxious inside her mind, trying to hurry up and get in the car because so many paparazzi are around.
Yeah.
Like, maybe she wouldn't have tripped.
Yeah.
As if for a sec,
accidents happen.
Right.
And when he gets, my brother, when he was like 13 years old, he got in like 4 motorcycle accidents, had to be airlifted, you know. Stuff happens with kids. It's reality, you know. Unfortunately, not everybody has 80 cameras on them 24/7, you know.
And there was a picture taken shortly afterward, and you appeared to be crying.
Oh, yeah.
Very upset. Were you upset because you just had a close call with your son, or were you upset because the lenses were still on you?
Well, because I got in the car, and I was hungry, and we stopped to get something to eat, and it was, again, a bad situation. And instead of the people inside of the place, like, being like, you know, trying to help or whatever, they wanted to take pictures as well. And that's when
That really would suck.
It's so sad.
It is. Like, all she wanted was to be left alone. And I can see why she went and had her, like, mental break in 2007 or whatever.
I started crying when I thought, you know what, you're a mom. Why are you asking to take my picture right now? And you see that I'm crying. Are you that ignorant? So that's why I cried.
And the headline on that picture was, Oops, number 3.
Exactly. There'll be an oops 100. there'll be plenty more oopses. I'm not perfect. I'm human.
What do you think it'll take to get the paparazzi to leave you alone?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that one of your biggest wishes?
Yeah. It's okay. I would like for them to leave me alone.
If you could talk to them as individuals, not as a group, what would you say to them?
I would just say that you have babies at home and you have a wife, and if you don't, you have to realize that we're people and that we just need privacy and we need our respect, and those are things that you have to have as a human.
And yet, as upset as it makes you, you wouldn't trade your life now, it seems. That seems strange for some people to understand. If they're making you this miserable.
It's like, just like, can you imagine having everything that you do ever just like nitpicked?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would have to suck and take a huge toll on your mental health.
Yeah.
Never being good enough. Whatever you do is like something's always wrong.
But then, like, on the other side, you get to go be like a pop star and make music and like live out your dreams all at the same time. It's like, it truly is like, I can't even think of the right word for it.
Like
but
a
it's
double-edged sword?
Yeah, it's just like everything you've ever wanted and the worst case scenario, and they can only come together. You don't get one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
How can you still say, but I'm lucky?
Because I have to believe that I'm here for a reason.
What's the reason?
I don't know. I keep searching every day, just like you do. But I'm so blessed with my baby. That's the happiest thing that's ever, it's like a miracle, you know. But I just want the most normal life possible for him. That's all.
Is that possible?
I will manage. I will create that.
Higher fences, bigger gates? I mean, how are you going to do that, Brittany?
There's always a way. Where there's a will.
This is so sad because the entire reason that she got into the conservatorship was because her family was threatening that if she did not sign and agree to the conservatorship, that they were going to keep her kids from her. And she didn't care about anything but them at the end of the day. And that's why she agreed to it. And, like, it did so much damage to her.
Yeah.
And to think this is before any of that started, like, her life has been so hard.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, like, she was treated so bad. She didn't deserve any of like what the media did to her and what her family did to her.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't deserve any of that.
And to think of, like, the public treats you one way, but then your family almost does you worse because they know you and, like, they know what you've been through, and then, like, to take advantage of that is just, like, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There is a way. You have to believe.
So what's next for Britney? Her dreams for the future, personally and professionally, now that she's not that innocent.
The reason why maybe this is happening is I won't take BS from anyone.
When we return with Britney Spears speaking out. She says the birth of Sean Preston has changed her not only personally, but professionally.
It's hard for me to work right now. I tried to do a photo shoot the other day, and my son was not even letting me leave, you know. Like, we're very attached.
Yes, Britney Spears sounds like any conflicted working mom. It helps explain why My Prerogative was one of the last new singles she released, and that was back in 2004. And sorry, Britney fans, it looks like she has no plans to go back into the recording studio anytime soon.
I'm thinking about waiting like a year or two to come out with music again. We'll see. It's just, I feel like I want my boo-boos to be a little bit older, because when I do music, I want to do it for real, and I want to travel, and I just want to make sure they're old enough. to be able to be on that kind of pace with me.
What kind of music would you be thinking about? Because you're at that kind of...
I have no idea.
Well, but it's an interesting time in a
Yeah,
career for someone
yeah.
like you because you're not 17 anymore.
Right.
You know, you're going to be, what, 25? And
Not them acting like that's old.
I know. I'm like, I can't imagine going through this stuff at 25.
No. No.
And pregnant.
No. And just like how the media really used to just be acting like after 25, like you're an old hag.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to die.
And add on, like, okay, you've got the job that's absolutely crazy. The paparazzi won't leave you alone on top of that. Of course, you have a lot of money, but you have a new baby, you're pregnant, and what if her marriage was hard? And, like, obviously they got divorced, so things, like, weren't great. Mm-hmm. So it's like, imagine going through all that and having a relationship that isn't going well. Because, like, having, like...
And you, on top of that, like, your family isn't in a good relationship either.
Yeah, no.
Like, who do you have?
Oh,
so you would feel so alone.
Yeah.
so what kind of music is going around in your head these days?
Good music is, it's got to be timeless. You've got to work with the best people, and you have to just, and experimenting in the studio and finding your knack.
But because you're a businesswoman, you know when you release new music, there is an audience out there. And who is that audience now for Britney Spears?
I don't know.
But it doesn't mean she isn't keeping busy. She found time to do a guest appearance on NBC's Will and Grace.
Hi, I'm Amber Louise from the great state of Alabama.
Oh, even better, a British woman.
Was it fun for you?
It was awesome.
Why? What was so great about it?
Because I hadn't, been out there and for so long, so it was really exciting for me. And I just love funny people. Funny people are great, and so hilarious. That was awesome.
Do you have someone out there?
Funny people. I love funny people. They're just like so great and like so hilarious.
Today that you pattern yourself after that you would like to duplicate in terms of a career?
I love Goldie Hawn. I think she is so brilliant. I think she's like a free spirit. I also, as far as music goes, I love Shania Twain because her music is timeless. I love Pink. I think she's a great entertainer, and she's always making statements, which stands out. She has something to say. She's a very smart girl.
There was a time where something was made of the fact that you kind of looked up to Madonna. Do you still have a relationship with her?
No. I respect her work, and I think she's a very smart lady. She introduced me to Kabbalah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was at a time in my life where I was kind of searching for something. I needed something to really believe in. And I do believe that Kabbalah has codes to the world and all that. But I don't live by it like those people do.
I think I read somewhere where you said, right now my baby is my religion.
Yeah.
And being a mom has inspired Britney Spears' businesswoman to launch a new venture.
I have a baby clothesline supposed to be coming out. And it's called Baby Soul Rock and Roll. And
you're designing
designing everything. There's two separate categories. There's the more elite line, and there's the rock and roll part too. But it's the cutest stuff you've ever seen in your life.
Did this come to fruition? I don't remember it because I wasn't that wasn't on my radar.
Yeah, I don't remember it either. I'll have to look it up. I'm sure there's no way it's still around.
No, I'm sure it's gone, but
what was it called? Baby Soul Rock and Roll?
Yeah, that was kind of a tongue twister of a name.
You like business, don't you?
Mm-hmm, yeah, I like money.
Britney Spears has certainly come a long way from the teenager on the verge of superstardom I interviewed 7 years ago.
Actually, this coat is really, really warm, so it is kind of cold.
Yeah, you're going to have to start moving around.
Her mannerisms are very Addison Rae.
Yeah. Well, they're both from Louisiana, and I just think the parallel between them, she doesn't dance like Britney, but there's something she's so relatable, but also when the camera's on her, you want to watch every move that she makes.
And honestly, the awkwardness of interviews sometimes,
the goofiness.
Yeah, that's she kind of gives, I feel that Britney would say, boyfriend, I'm scared, or whatever,
Really get the juices
when
flowing.
You move around, it really does help.
That was long before she knew just how famous she would become and the price she'd have to pay.
If I had said to you when you were 17 and we were doing some interview in Rockefeller Center, I said, Britney, here's what it's going to be like when you're 24 or 25. Do you think you would have had second thoughts about pursuing this career?
No, I have no regrets. I love where I'm at right now, and actually I find everything happens for a reason, and the reason why maybe this is happening is I won't take BS from anyone, and I think it's making me stand out on my own and be very independent and fight for what I believe in, whereas before I was a young blonde girl who would do what she was told. And I know who I am as a person, and I'm getting damn strong.
Okay.
I actually enjoyed this interview, and I thought that he was pretty fair.
Yeah, I definitely think he hit all the hard-hitting stuff that she might not have mentioned she wanted to talk about, but he twisted it in a way that allowed her to speak for herself and share how she felt. And he really gave, like, the media and the press and everything, like, he, like, talked about them in a way that he knew they were being disrespectful, and it's absurd what she was having to deal with.
Yeah, and he was not trying to defend it, but he was, like, pushing her to answer things, to get a little deeper. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't think that he was, like, out of line, really. I mean, maybe a comment here or there that we, like, reacted to, but...
Even the part where she got really emotional about, like, wanting the paparazzi to leave her alone, you can hear that somebody, like, is trying to interfere to be like, do you want to stop? And she's like, no, it's okay, it's okay. Like, just seeing that in this interview is a complete polar opposite to the last one, because she was having to start wailing up, crying, and being like, can we please stop?
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, she was like, no, like, let's keep going. I want them to leave me alone.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I liked it.
Me too. So if you want to see more reactions like this, comment what else you would want to see.
Yeah, let us know. And also, if you haven't watched our other Britney Spears reaction of one of her old interviews, go check it out. We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah.
But we upload new full-length episodes like this every Monday. We also do some bonus episodes through the week, so you guys be sure to hit the subscribe button.
And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
She's 21, love a savage, but she got a little bit